Mute. Switch over. And hello. Welcome.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of Indie TTRPG Nights. Tonight we are playing I'm Sorry, Did You Say Street Magic? Made by Caro Asercion. And we are joined by a very special guest, my wonderful partner, Moon.
Hey.
Hey,
It's me.
everybody.
Happy to be here.
Yep. And so we're revisiting this game because they have released a few weeks ago a new supplement to help. Basically, they released basically a bunch of quick start decks of cities that are pre-made for us to use, and then we basically use them as jumping off points to tell a story and to expand upon the world that we made that's made for us. There's a total of 15 different cities that we could choose from. We chose, they're all pretty awesome and pretty weird and pretty cool. But we chose one of the weirder ones, which is the Sunny Weather Broadcast, a city of soft lessons. And let me read the little blurb it says here. It says, what once was a home for children's programming has, in the wake of the great unwinding and its endless storm, become a city all its own. An eclectic cast of puppets and teachers, relics of bygone childhoods, all still living and laughing together. The streets are stitched from felt and soundstage floors, and everywhere there is smile and refuge from the world. So yeah, so if you, I'm ready to jump into this game if y'all are. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, all right. So while we play, I will kind of go over the rules as we go along. Both for the audience and for myself and us because it's been a bit since we played.
It
Um,
has.
it has been a little while. It's been a while. Um, um,
Sorry, that's another song is now stuck in my head. Which
all
is
right.
just, for those of you who don't know me, is just all the time, multiple songs stuck in my head.
All the time, all the time. All right. So technically, the way the game starts with laying the foundations, where we each create a neighborhood and a landmark of the city. Because the Easy Streets supplement has them made for us, we're each going to pick a neighborhood and a landmark to put onto the screen. Hopefully, you'll be able to see it. Vico, why don't we go first with you? Which neighborhood would you like to pick first?
Fuck. I had picked a landmark first, but I guess I gotta pick a neighborhood.
Yep.
I think I want to go with Main Street Canyon for my neighborhood.
Cool. All right. Oh, that is small.
It's so tiny, Avery.
I'm making it bigger.
There is.
There we go. The steep alley between sound stages that make up Sunny Weather has long since been covered by a domed roof, and sun lamps hung beneath the plastic sky. Here the music of the city is made, the drumming of rain, the choir of children, the rhythm of trade and second-hand barter. Okay. So, once we put the neighborhood down, introduce your fellow players to a landmark. So pick a landmark.
The landmark that I was really drawn to from this list was the Felton Mirrors.
Okay. So put that in there. God, it's so tiny.
Snatching these from y'all.
No, you're fine.
Oh, we'll all get to play in all of them, yeah?
Yeah, we'll get that play with all of them, yeah.
Who repaints the cell-shaded glass of the projected dragon when they chip? Who sews eyes back onto puppet children who play a little rough? the engineers of Felton Mirror's effects solemnly took up these mantles, stepped up as doctors, and turned their workshop into a hospital.
Oh, I love that so much.
It just I've been thinking a lot about like stuffed animal doctors and toy doctors who like refurbish old toys for
Mm-hmm.
kids, and that's just been on my mind. So
Nice.
the Felton
Okay.
Mirrors.
I really love that. All right. Moon, why don't you pick a neighborhood next?
So many shivers. I'm going to pick the Living Library.
Okay.
Every salvaged book is useful. Even if the pages are fused, a stiff cover will make a good home for a small citizen. A thriving community of mice families, bug roommates, and finger puppet clans live in bookish homes on shelf streets, having found new purpose for the company library once again.
Okay.
God, I straight up love that. I want to live in a library.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
please. I used to build book towers wishing I were small enough to live in them.
Oh, that's so cute.
For my landmark, I'm going to choose The Last Sun. A child
Okay.
drawing of the sun modeled in bronze, smiling face and all, which once adorned the gate of the production lot, now hangs at one end of Main Street Canyon. Its acid-polished surface diffuses the harsh light of the sun lamps and gives the open square below a brassy glow.
I love that. Okay. So the last neighborhood that I get to pick, it's called, oh boy, it's so tiny when I put it up. It's like so tiny. Gotta do it. There we go. The community rafters. The roofs and support beams of the three largest sound stages boast new life. Inflated greenhouses, suspended plant beds, a winding snake of hydroponic nurseries. Here the community labors to rid soil of its acid contamination and grow most of Sunny Weather's food. Okay, and then the last, oh, I think there's actually two. Let me pull
We
up.
can save
Yeah, you've got two
the
landmarks to pick
landmark
from.
for if we like don't know
The
what to
extra
do.
one? Yeah. So you picked Last Sun and Felton Mirrors, right? So I got to pick between
Yes.
the castle trolley or the broadcast tree. I'm gonna do the broadcast tree because I like the sound of that. Okay, let me shoot it up. Whoa! It's not. It's gonna be partially off the thing. There we go. We'll read it. I will read it though for your entertainment. Saplings planted in the community rafters have grown around the old radio tower, but Mr. Fox and Mr. Owl don't mind. Night and day they labor to broadcast songs, advice, and educational content to whatever children might be out there in the storm. Wood and bark protect their gear. All right, so we have our foundations laid out. Let's see what's next. Normally we would name the city, but the city's already named for us, which is good. Okay, so the basic overview of a round of I'm sorry, did you say street magic? Is as follows. To begin, one player declares the compass, the theme or subject of exploration for this round of gameplay. This helps set the tone for the round. Okay. Let's try to remember how we figure out how we start. I think it's
Whoever last rode public transportation?
that's right. Yeah, whoever
Says.
whoever was the last person to ride public transportation. Vico, when was the last time you rode public transportation?
Autumn of 2019.
It's probably been since 2012 for me, so it's not me.
I think it might be me because I think I took a bus like once during COVID and that was not fun, but I did.
That sounds terrible, but you survived.
I am here. So yes. Okay.
So Easy Streets comes with some sample compasses, but we can also just make up our own.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah. So anything can be encompassed: a neighborhood, a mark, a landmark, a resident, an institution, a lineage, an object, a broad theme or concept, as big or as small as you want. A compass can be an idea that already exists in play or something that you can make up right on the spot. So I think to start, I am going to pick from one of the example ones just for to help us ease into this. Okay. Hmm. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna do imaginary residence for the sample compass, as well, from one of the sample compasses. So that means, whoops. Whoa. Okay. Um. Okay. That player wanders the city, adding a new card, a neighborhood, landmark, or resident to the table. This card reflects the compass in some way. Okay. I can do a resident, right? Yeah. I think I want to do a resident into the living library. So what I'm going to do is make a little cube here. Boom. And then the text is big enough for people to read. Okay. HEPA. This is we play it fast and loose with formatting and rules and Roll20. We just slap it on there. Just really just make it up as we go.
We can do what we want.
Resident. Oh gosh. The worst part about residents is naming them in my book. So
Fantasy Dream Generators is a fabulous tool.
Mhm.
Just saying.
Okay. Let me write R at the top of the. Oh, I already put resident there. So
think about the little like kids Muppet shows
Mm-hmm.
from your youth.
Oh, I have such a good name for a thing, but you get to pick the name.
Okay. Okay. All right. I think this is going to be a I love the idea of finger puppet clans. So I'm going to say this is a small child who lives with the finger puppet clans, one of the finger puppet clans. So I'm going to name it name him Kevin. Everyone say hi to Kevin.
Good name.
Hi, Kevin.
Kevin, a member of the Finger Puppet Clan or a human child living with the Finger Puppet Clan?
I think it's a lot funnier if you was a human living with the finger puppet clan.
That's what I was leaning towards as well.
Carrot.
Carrot.
From Discworld.
Oh my god.
I
Okay.
can connect anything to Discworld.
Now that you can context to the word carrot, it clicks.
Okay. So, with residents, describe the resident briefly to the table. So, Kevin is a young boy, probably 8 or 9. Loves books. Of course, he loves books. He lives at the library. And he has lots of friends. Some of them are real, and some of the real ones are stranger than his imaginary ones. I think his imaginary ones are actually like other humans.
Oh, so we're going straight into the trauma and sad.
Did you really expect anything else, Miko?
From me?
No. No, I should have expected this.
Well, I'm not saying that there is not other humans. I'm just saying he doesn't have a human family. He has a family that are his finger puppet family.
His fucking imaginary friends are like imaginary mom.
Yeah.
Imaginary.
No, that was way darker than I went with it. I was thinking like other kids. It's like he has the finger puppet family. It's not like he
Yeah,
doesn't have
yeah.
a family. They're
Yeah.
not like him.
I think
He's different.
other human kids, I think, are some of his imaginary friends.
Imaginary Bob from soccer practice.
Imaginary Claire that everyone thinks that tries to everyone makes thinks that they have a crush on each other, but they're really just friends. And everyone's just like, and the smart people are like, why are you making these two children pretend to be gross? Anyway, like
Anyway.
like neighborhoods and landmarks, every resident also has needs a true name, which we didn't get to explain, but everything has a true name, which is a small, short description about it. About them. So Kevin needs a true name, and I'm going to make it. Hmm. So I'm going unique. One of the words I'm going to use is unique. Trying to think of
So many
other.
ways I could go with this.
Yeah.
There's something. This is just me externally processing. There's something so comforting to me about the smell of a book. Like, I don't know how to put that in one word. I guess maybe just comfort. I don't know if that quite grabs what am trying to convey. Or security, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe secure, like secure, because
Yeah.
he is secure in his home. I think one more word I usually like to do.
I almost want to, like, not naive, but saying young is kind of stupid, but it is like,
Inexperienced.
Wide-eyed?
What was that?
yeah, there's
I said wide-eyed.
Wide-eyed. I like that.
like there's the processing of trauma in a way that is very uniquely something that a little kid would be doing
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
with the imaginary friends and all.
Right. I think wide-eyed works. Okay. That's Kevin's true name. All right, let me scroll up to the next part, which is taking me a little bit longer than I thought it would. Okay. There we go. Okay. Whoops, I should have read the sentence before we did all that. Unlike neighborhoods and landmarks, however, a resident's true name is established through collaboration during a vignette, a short scene in which all players participate.
Okay, but I feel like we
I feel like we
collaborated.
participated.
Yeah, we collaborated, but we should still do a scene, I think. Okay. Okay, so we should decide where the scene. I get to decide where the scene takes place, and I embody Kevin. The location should be connected in some way to the landmark where the resident is nested. So, the last sun.
Ooh. Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Let's decide what you two will be playing. So you can play other various aspects of the setting, the weather, the music, local flora, fauna, sights, smells, tastes, passage of time, or other characters in the scene. So you don't necessarily have to be a person.
Oh. Getting overwhelmed with ideas.
Kind of. Do we want to do something with the imaginary friends?
I definitely think I would want.
Yeah.
I want one of you to be the imaginary friend.
Can I be the environment?
Sure.
You cool with
Yes.
being
Hell yes.
Okay.
And I will be. I don't know. Sarah, the normal girl? Imaginary friend?
I mean,
I didn't have imaginary friends as a kid.
Really? I did.
Yeah.
my imaginary friends were not other kids. My imaginary friends were very bizarre. Um, so what I'm picturing for the environment is a cloudy day, but the I'm going to lose all of my words right now. The bronze sun is actually emanating like a soft, warm light. And there are chalk drawings on the pavement that have been there for so long, you would think they would have faded. Yet you can still very clearly see the vignette of human children playing. And there's, the toddler with, the French braids and the freckles on the face, chasing after, maybe like a 7 or 8 year old who's, has like teasingly run away with their favorite toy or whatever. And there's the kids playing with the soccer ball, and
One of them definitely has like the little propeller cap that no one in real life has ever
absolutely,
worn.
yes, I love that detail. And nobody in the city knows who did these drawings. They've just
Ooh.
sort of always been there.
I think Kevin is adding one right now of his own to it, and he's what'd you say the imaginary friend's name was?
Sarah, the normal girl.
Okay, Sawa. Sawa, the normal girl. What do you think of my drawing? I'm trying to draw the sun, but cooler than the last sun.
What if uh what if the sun had sunglasses?
Oh yes, you can have sunglasses on, and he's got a pipe in his mouth and a top hat.
And some other little suns around him.
Yeah, because you have little friends
Yeah.
like you. You're my friend.
Thank you, Kevin. You're my fun too.
How come you don't look like my other family?
Well, how come you don't look like your other family?
I asked you first.
Well, that's you know, it's kind of the point, right? Because I look like you.
Oh, that's true. You do look like me a little bit. You're cuter though.
I'm just drawn this way.
Aw, yeah. Oh, okay.
I mean, hey, Kevin,
Yeah.
how come I don't look like your other family?
Well, I wanted to. Well, because you come from my same family. I found you, and you just. I don't know why you look like me. I just found you one day. You sort of showed up, and maybe we have the same parents or something. Or
I don't think that's it.
can we go back to
And
drawing?
yeah, I think this little son here should have a baseball cap.
Okay. Do you want to end the scene
That
there?
I could draw.
Oh,
My heart. I love Kevin so much and I want to protect him.
The amount of like going around the point that I'm having Sarah do because I'm like, I don't want to.
Good.
I don't want to just come out and be like,
Like, by the way,
Kevin.
here's your camera.
the
That was
reason
so beautiful.
that I look like you is because you invented me. I don't actually exist.
I'm gonna change some of the true name. I'm gonna say innocent.
Yeah.
I want to change it to innocence.
Yeah.
And sun with sunglasses on.
Yes.
With sunglasses on. I love that.
That's
I
that.
love him so much.
Okay. Next up. So then we move clockwise, which for our sake is going to be whoever is on like whoever's to like clockwise on the stream. So that's gonna be Vico next.
Hey. See, I got an idea for a resident, but I'm not sure if they like go with the compass or not.
Okay.
I want to do a character who goes with the felt and mirrors.
Okay.
Um, let me. Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We could always. I mean, it doesn't. I have never played this game before. To my understanding, I feel like it doesn't necessarily have to connect in a super obvious way. Like
That's
maybe
true.
Kevin knows this person, and at some point in the game, maybe that will have an impact on something about the city.
Resident.
Yeah. So maybe like I'm sure there's some way we can connect this back to imaginary friends.
Oh, that got teensy text.
Oh, yes, it did.
Yeah, you gotta make it big and strong.
Let me grab the text. So this resident is, I want to call them the fuck. Give me a color.
Green.
Okay. The green rook. And rook as in like
The chess
like
piece?
the bird.
Oh.
Oh, ooh. Okay.
They're they them. And they're a wee little bird, like a muppet, a bird muppet
Aw.
that works for like the felt and mirrors. Probably like their wings are like quilted, like there's a bunch of different fabric that makes it up, all in like granny square quilt pattern.
Aw.
And no one really knows where they came from. They just kind of like they weren't the first Felt and Mirror member. as they're not the most recent. It's just like at some point after the Felton Muir is established, suddenly the Green Rook existed and was around doing stuff.
Love that. So, what scene you want to do? What do you want us to be?
I don't know. I don't think the Green Rook can like talk with words. I think it's one of those characters like Chewbacca, where
People just
he'll
know
like
what he's saying and what they're saying.
and yeah, and the rest of the cast just
Well,
kind of
why'd
goes,
you say
"Oh,
that?"
yeah, that's a good point, Chewbacca."
So are you leaving it up to us to interpret what you as the Green Rock are saying? Or are you going to
I'll like say what they mean, but
could it be could I be a puppet coming in who needs to be repaired?
Ooh.
yes, absolutely.
I'll let you decide what I'm gonna be, Biko.
Ah, fuck. What are you gonna be?
I like doing that because I don't have to make any decisions then.
So you make me give the decisions. Um, I think that you should play the music in the scene.
All right. Here we go. This is gonna be audio hell. All right, so the scene opens with a nice soft jazz. A nice saxophone plays that, and it slowly fades to the background as a nice little drum set comes in, um, and and then the sound of a doo-wop group starts singing.
I love the waiting room music in this doctor's office.
Loving this.
Then you go ooh, and it goes like that for a little while.
And the green rook pokes its beak or pokes their beak through like not the door that goes into where the exam rooms are, but like through a little extra like cuckoo clock door on the wall, like a little gimmick,
Yes.
and just kind of goes
Yes.
Gotta have a gimmick.
like does a little like tweet 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 tweet.
And they see coming into the door of the effects video changed into a hospital a puppet of a fennec fox. And this is Mr. Fox, who works with Mr. Owl in the broadcasting tree. He has a big gash along one shoulder, and his stuffing is kind of coming out.
Oh no,
He's like
baby.
holding himself together. I did not decide on a voice for this character. He just sort of goes, "Oh, hello there, Green Rook. I was wondering if I could get a little bit of help here. I had a bit of an accident."
And the green rook is like flaps their wings like tweet 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 and it's very much like, were you climbing on the outside of the tower again? I've told you not to do that 1,000 times.
Yes, you have. However, we are going to continue broadcasting, continue to provide a home for the children without a home who find their way to our city. It was necessary, okay? I know you tell me not to do it because this happens every time, but I don't know how else to fix broadcasting when it goes out.
Tweet 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 tweet, tweet. But like as they're doing this, they're also like pushing Mr. Fox through the door into the exam room.
I love this. All right, I'm going.
But like just continuing to go like tweet, 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 like just.
No, I understand you're
never-ending.
upset.
Tweet, tweet. And they like it shouldn't be possible for this to work because they don't have hands, they just have wings that shouldn't be this dexterous, but they're like very deftly like pushing Mr. Fox's stuffing back in and like doing a little ladder stitch so that it's like barely even visible and like just a very neat little sewing up. And then they slap a little like a little cartoon character bandage.
So as this repair surgery is being done, he is continuing to sort of lament his frustrations on how the broadcast tower, it just feels like it's going out every other day. And I just keep thinking about Kevin and how much he needed us. And the only reason he was able to find us is because and that tower working, and there's got to be other kids like him, but it just doesn't want to keep working. And I just get so frustrated. Sort of along those lines of venting his frustration at the fact that the tower needs repairing, which inevitably ends up with him with a rip in his arm.
Oh, the saxophone goes into a nice big solo. It goes. It's a little distracting and kind of annoying.
And like completely off, like completely like emotionally tone deaf to the scene.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, perfect.
The green rook kind of does a little like flap, like gentle pat, and goes like tweet, 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 like just this very like heartfelt but incomprehensible like statement that Mr. Fox like takes as like brilliant life advice but never actually gets translated for the audience.
Yes, I love that so much. Thank you for saying that, Green Rook. That was very helpful. Thinking about that for a long time.
Tweet, tweet,
I'll
tweet.
try to not be in here so often.
Tweet, tweet.
Tweet, tweet, tweet.
And like before he makes it all the way out the door, the green rook stops him and holds out a lollipop.
Aww.
Oh my gosh, I love this character so much. He takes the lollipop. Well, thank you very much. That's the
Tweet, tweet, tweet.
Sticks it in his mouth.
It does a like the tweet, 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 tweet has like the same ring as like thank me by not coming in here so often. God.
I feel like the closing shot is just a subtle eye roll from Mr. Fox as he goes back to his tree.
Yes.
I love that so much. Okay.
Oh.
All right, Moon, your turn.
Wait, we haven't done the true name yet.
Oh, that's right. You're right. So sorry.
I don't want to just say like caring or mothering or.
You should write in. You should write in tweet, 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 tweet. And we all know what it means.
So
tweet, tweet.
Yes. I love that.
It's a bit of a cop out.
But it can reflect the fact that they give life advice that everyone takes to heart, but no one really knows what they're saying.
Everyone in the like, if you're part of the audience of the, like, here's the thing: there's got to be like an audience for it to be a like children's edutainment, like PBS Kids city. There's got to be like so much of like PBS edutainment shows are like built around like interaction with an audience. So there's got to be like some sort of
Absolutely.
audience within the city that helps like keep it going.
They're just
Right?
they're just cardboard cutouts of people.
Yeah.
It just makes it
So
so weird.
I need
God,
to
that's gonna be
remember
my compass.
how do I add text?
Go to you got it? Got it? Okay.
I am going to add another landmark to the
Ooh.
Logan
Yeah.
Library. Maybe.
Ooh.
Oh, it's so small. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, where did it go? I knew how to do this.
That is such a mood.
Do this. I don't know why it's not letting me. No, that's I can't even. Why can I not make it bigger?
Oh no. Want me to put it in for you?
Yes, that would
Yeah?
be.
Okay.
So it is the empty schoolroom, and it is
Oh
like the
gosh.
rest of the city, or not the city, like the rest of the neighborhood, rather. It is constructed out of books, and
So
so
big
if
now.
you enter it, it invokes memories of like the old one-room schoolhouse sort of environments. So there's like little wooden desks, and there's a chalkboard in the front. However, the chalkboard is just made of hardcover books that are black,
Oh.
and the desks are stacks of children's books. And there's a very sort of haunting quality to it because it evokes feelings of, it's like, it evokes a feeling of the passage of time. And the last children who populated the city have either disappeared because of the unwinding or have grown up. And really, the only human child left is Kevin. And yeah, that's the description of
God,
the.
it's like a Muppet movie where there's only like one character who's played by a human.
Yep.
Yeah, basically. So for the landmark, I come up with the true name.
Right.
Yes. And oh, that's I can give it an address.
I just gotta say, I love that like we have trauma, bird,
Bird.
trauma.
The address of the school is 221 Baker Street.
Very good.
Because the door of the schoolhouse is actually an old Sherlock Holmes book.
Aww.
And I think the true name is Adventure.
Okay, hang on.
Curiosity. And one more. There's one more that's like floating over here and I can't grab it.
What's the mood?
And melancholy. Collie. I managed to grab it by doing this. It actually worked that time.
Nice. You plucked it from the cloud.
Barely works, but it did that time.
Okay. So that's there. All right. that's all of that for that. So I think the next thing we do is do an event.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. So the player who first declared the compass finishes the round by creating an event that changes or alters the city in some way. Okay. Should be related to the compass. Okay. On your turn, describe the event in a sentence or two, then choose one card on the table that it most closely relates to. Something has changed in the community. What is it? Okay. I know what it is.
Yeah.
What was the imaginary friend's name again? It was Sarah, right?
Sarah, the normal
Sarah.
girl. Yep.
Sarah, the normal girl. Guess who arrives in the city?
A real Sarah, the normal girl.
A real Sarah, the normal girl.
Love it.
And this is going to connect to Kevin. In the living library. So, hang on, I'll write it down. Put event. There we go.
I want real Sarah, the normal girl, to like be absolutely not normal at all.
Okay.
Like that you called her Sarah the Living Girl.
Sarah, the living girl.
Oh, I changed it to
like
normal.
That. So now she's alive.
There we go. Do both.
She's like, whatever a horse girl in an area where there are no horses, but there are like living Muppets and whatever. Like,
Yes.
that's what.
And it's like,
Sarah
you
the
are the
Living
strangest
Girl.
person in the world.
Okay. Write a quick summary. Okay, so this is a. Okay. Each player gets a chance to respond to the event by taking on a voice of the city. In doing so, the players are not embodying specific residents, but rather the myriad perspectives and viewpoints of the community, especially members of the city who may be impacted by the event. Once the person who chooses the compass has created the event, start with the player to their left, so we're going to go with Vico, and move clockwise around the table. As a voice of the city, each player does one of the three following actions. Either ask a question, state an opinion, or show a consequence.
Ooh.
So, Vico.
Okay. So, Sarah, the living girl, arrives. And Sarah, the normal girl, imaginary friend, starts to fade away.
Okay.
It's not like Sarah, the normal girl, becomes Sarah, the living girl. It's now Sarah, the living girl, is here. And Kevin doesn't need the imaginary Sarah, the normal girl, anymore. And when an imaginary friend isn't needed, they fade away.
Aw. Rip.
I just had the flashback to the most heart-wrenching scene in any Pixar movie ever.
Aw.
Inside Out.
Oh,
all I'm gonna say
yeah.
about that.
Oh, yeah, that scene. Oh,
Yeah.
no. Okay, mood.
I think I am going to give a consequence.
Okay.
The schoolroom is no longer empty.
Oh.
A positive consequence.
Wow, those are rare. All right. I will state an opinion. Everyone is overjoyed to have another human here. Another human to educate and talk to and teach, I think. They're all so happy to have another human here. That's their opinion. Yeah.
I already miss Sarah the normal girl.
Two.
I want her to come back.
Okay.
Imaginary friends.
Can I undo my consequence?
No, you already did it. You already did it.
You're right.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
right. I already did it.
All right. After the event is finished, the round is over. Take a quick rest stop so we can chill for a second. Think, how we feeling? We feeling fun? Feeling
I feel
feeling.
like I committed murder.
You just committed a crime, yeah.
But the thing is, it's actually good for Kevin.
It really
It
is.
Interacting with another actual human kid. But
Sarah
also,
the normal girl returned to the imaginary energy, the imaginergy, the imaginergy that makes up
Stuart's
all of
really don't
imagination.
intro very well. Yes. She will go help some other lonely little Kevin in some other alternate reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this game
Right?
so much.
Oh, it's so
Right?
good.
It's so much fun.
Okay. I'm having a grand old time. This is so much fun.
Yeah. It's a lot.
I have
It's
so
a lot
many
more
ideas.
like we get a lot more out of it when we have even just adding one person to the
Right? Right?
adds so much.
I was
to
thinking
what
how
we do.
perfect this game is for 3 people. It's so that it's like
yeah, I feel like if you had more, it would fit.
Kind of.
I think it would be hard to do it in the setup we're doing it now, just because of technological issues. But like if we were in person, I think more than 3 people will be fine. But
Yeah.
I think this is perfect with 3 people in this format. Which is really
I have
great.
too many ideas.
Well, we have another round to get to. So Vico,
Yeah,
you're the
I'm
compass
glad you
holder.
and your many ideas are here to join us. I'm the compass this time.
You are the compass.
Yes.
All right, let me have a gander at our city right now. The compass that I want to do, I think, is the never-ending storm.
Ooh, okay.
So the storm that's outside and that's the unwinding and everything. I don't know what I should add. I'm torn between adding it as a neighborhood and adding it as a landmark. Something called
I almost think it makes more sense as a new neighborhood. It's almost outside the city. Like it's still part of the city, but it's almost I don't know.
On the outskirts of the city.
Because like not the storm itself, but like the last like bit of shelter that you have before you leave the city completely and enter the storm.
Or the last respite, I guess.
Yeah, or the last stop. The door.
The commercial break before the end. The credits. I'm trying to connect it to the credits. End credits.
End credits. The cutting room.
Ooh, that's really good.
Ooh, you call it the cutting room. That's really good.
Cutting room floor.
Yes, I like that.
We're gonna go with that. Let's toss a box in here.
Love me a box.
Toss a text
toss a box
in here.
Your Roll20. It worked better in my head.
The cutting room. Um, and neighborhoods have a title, a reputation, and a true name. So the reputation for the cutting room is what kind of place is it?
I don't know, Vico. What is it?
Is it? It's it's kind of it's vigilant in a way. Like they're always on the lookout because they're not just the like last stop before you leave the city. They're the first stop as you enter the city. So they're always kind of looking for like they've got like spy glasses and everything everywhere. Everyone's like always looking out to see if any new visitors are going to arrive. Um, so despite being like right on the outskirts and right in like the just about in the danger zone, as it were, it's a very like there's it's like it's nice kind of. It's a little bit sad. Like every day that they don't end up seeing a new arrival is kind of like, oh man. But they're all very dedicated to the task of like looking for new arrivals. And there's like film reels, there's film like everywhere, like it's streamers hung up like streamers everywhere, and
Ooh.
I love that.
there's just a lot of like telescopes set up and like buckets full of uh umbrellas that are free to take and very colorful in case you're going to be venturing out beyond the shelter of the dome. So it's like the last stop before danger, but gentle and kind
I love that.
in a
And
way.
what do you think its true name will be?
Um, seeking would be one word. Uh, hellos and goodbyes.
Mm.
I love
Because
that.
some people probably leave too, and the cutting room is the like last spot there
Yeah.
that they go through before they leave.
What I really love about the concept of calling it the cutting room is like my first thought initially went through it's the stuff that you throw away that you don't really think about, like of the things like when you're making movies, the things you throw away that you don't use. But I really like the concept of it being a place where where you like put the things that are going to leave. Like you're creating something and you have to take something out of it. You have to say goodbye to that thing and say goodbye. You have to let it leave, and then you're ending up creating up something new um, from the things that you're cutting out. So I like that. I like that metaphor for cutting room floor.
Oh,
I love what you just did with all of that.
You're welcome. Uh-huh. All right.
Oh,
That's that's your go,
Okay.
right? That's all your go. I think that's all you have to do.
Yeah, that was.
Okay.
That's
Your go,
that.
Moon. There's that.
Okay. Create a landmark. Can you type again for me, Moon?
Sure. Yes.
I don't want to try it. Yeah. I don't want to fight with tech right now.
Okay. Where do you want it?
In the cutting room floor.
Okay. Okay. And let me draw a box.
What do I call it? Oh. Oh, what do I call it?
Right, the hardest part.
It's always naming it. Naming it is always the hardest.
I'm going to call it the last hello.
Aww.
You'll see why in a sec. Because what it is, so the film strips are creating streamers, and I'm about to make myself cry. Jeez. Wow. Okay. Through time, through the magic of the city, pieces of film have fallen from the streamers and have coalesced into what almost looks like a humanoid form.
Aw.
And you can see in the film vignettes from when the broadcasting company was in its heyday. And you can see letters that they got from, parents, my child drew this and, wanted to thank you, or, my child was inspired to become an artist or a teacher or a scientist, or all of these mementos from children who watched the show in its heyday. And the show used to have a segment called But First Let's Say Hello, when they would respond to fan mail and stuff. And obviously with the unwinding, fan mail stopped. And this entity is sort of a commemorative homage to all of the positive impact that was made in the past. And when new people find their way to the city through the storm, it's the first. I didn't make it a resident because it's not really a person. It's sort of that like fuzzy line between animate and inanimate. It's the first thing that people see.
It's like
And
the
when there is
Statue
a
of
new
Liberty.
resident, it is the first thing that someone encounters coming into the city. And if you're leaving, it's the last thing you encounter. So.
Moon, this kills the Vico.
This. Oh man.
Turtle.
What are those true? What's that true name though?
Oh gosh.
This is gonna break me too.
To keep going. Mm, 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 mm. Reminiscent? Reminiscing. Let's go with reminiscing.
Okay. All right. Typing it up. 1 second. Wait. No. Fuck. There we go. Okay. Reminiscent. Oh boy, you're gonna make me spell reminiscent badly on stream.
REM. Rem.
This is when
It-
Google comes in handy. REMINISCE. Yeah, at the ending on there.
There we go. Reminiscent. Okay, what else?
Definitely Googled that. Sort of feel like longing fits with this one too. I think we're gonna go longing.
Okay.
Friendship.
Okay.
That took me on an emotional journey.
That was
You took this whole stream on that journey with you.
This is why I love to create.
I'm glad you joined us.
right.
This is great.
Me too.
Okay.
I love this so much.
Hmm.
We're really digging deep into the deep emotions that this is evoking.
Ah. Ooh.
Okay. I have a
Such an
resident.
incredible format.
I have a resident I would like everyone to meet. Let me draw.
Yes.
All right.
They're going to be connected to the broadcast tree.
Yay.
All right. This is going to be Mrs. Ooh, Mrs.
If it's a puppet, I'm always going to vote for the name Gina.
No, because I'm thinking
Always.
of Mr. Fox and Mr. Owl, so I want to do another animal. Animals aren't coming to me.
Mrs. Cat.
Mrs. Cat, sure.
Miss Missy.
Miss Missy. Oh, you'll be Miss Beagle. All right. Okay. So I have to remember. Oh, why do I always choose the tough ones? All right. Oh, she/her pronouns. I should specify that. Oh, specify she/her. Okay. So Mrs. Cat is the secretary or like radio assistant to Mr. Fox and Mr. Owl. They're like those two are like the heads of the radio station, and she like handles like fielding all the calls and making sure the commercials go up on time and all of that. She basically it keeps the radio station running. And I would like to have a little scene of maybe of Mr. One of you be Mr. Fox or Mr. Owl, and I will be Mrs. Cat, and we're having a radio scene. Okay.
Ooh.
Sorry, I just had an idea.
Can I do the sound effect for like a
I was gonna.
old-timey radio play?
I was either gonna do that. I was gonna do
Does
that.
creepy?
I was gonna either do that or have you be like a caller calling in. I think the radio the broadcast tree has like a dedicated like segment of like 10 minutes or so where it's like we'll take anyone's calls, but because no one's really out there, they don't get calls. So
Oh, okay. So I'm from the outside world.
Right.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
I could be Mr. Owl because we haven't seen him yet.
yeah. What did you okay,
Get
so
ready for another emotional journey.
good. What was the compass was the storm, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then I am still connecting it somehow. Sometimes I forget about the compass.
No, I've got the connection covered. Don't worry.
Thank you. All right.
Let me get a Mr. Owl voice on. Hoo-hoo. Hoo-hoo.
Oh,
I have to
Mr.
get my little kid
Owl.
voice on.
Mr. Owl. It seems there's...
Hoo-hoo.
Yes?
This is Cat. Hoo-hoo. What do we have today?
We have the call-in hour starting. If you would like to take a nap while we do this, you know no one ever calls in.
Well, hoo-hoo, today might be the day. Fucking Mrs. Cat was probably somebody's sexual awakening.
She totally brought me out of my year-old girl head frame. I don't know.
You vex and test me every day.
Now I have to get back to 5-year-old girl.
Let's resettle back into the. You're the one who did the like sensual Russian accent.
I was doing a kitty cat voice.
Exactly.
Meow.
This is really going to test my acting
Some of the
chops,
kids
y'all.
who watched this show
Okay.
in its heyday became furries.
I finally got back there. And I'm no longer back in 5-year-old headspace.
I do this.
Bring it in. Bring it in.
Okay.
Okay. We're an hour into this. We got this.
Today might be the day. I wouldn't want to miss if someone did call. I wouldn't want to miss them. Ooh.
Very well. I think you have a call. Oh my goodness. You have a call, Mr.
Ooh.
Owl.
Put them through.
Here you go.
Hello?
Hello,
Anybody
listener.
there?
This is Mr. Owl.
Listener?
From...
I don't know who you are, but can you help me find my mommy?
Oh, man.
I did warn you.
You did. You
Yeah,
did.
you're gonna... My name is Mr. Owl. Can you tell me your name?
Hi, Mr. Owl. My name is Teresa.
Hi, Teresa. I'm here with my friend, Mrs. Cat, and we're going to try to help you, okay?
I think something might be wrong. There's it's really loud outside, and my mommy said she was gonna go check and make sure everything was okay, and she hasn't come back. And I don't know what I should do.
Mrs. Cat, this is supposed to be your scene.
Ah, Teresa. Why don't you tell me what is around you?
So, I mean, we used to live in a normal city, but it kept getting darker and darker. Can't see anything outside the window anymore.
What can you see inside?
But wait a minute. I see something outside of the window right now. There's a light, and you hear it, and it gets really loud and stormy. And then there's a break in the storm. You hear little feet running. And then,
Teresa, are you okay?
Mommy! Click. And then you get a call from the cutting room floor.
Yes,
Didn't come up
hello?
with anyone for this. Yes, just thought we would let you know that Teresa said she was just talking to you. She made it here fine. She and her mom are safe from the storm.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh. Oh. Moon. Really?
I was scared for a minute there.
I wouldn't be that mean.
But I do like the idea that there's like that things like sort of travel towards the city in a way. Like
All roads lead to Sunny
like they get
Broadcast.
So to be honest,
carried there.
Yeah.
it's a combination of like 3 of my nieces. There's no way I was gonna let anything happen to Teresa.
Good.
You said Teresa, and I went, "Oh no, oh my heart."
That's where the name came from, because
Yeah.
I needed to come up with a name on this first one.
um.
On the stream, we love and protect Teresa.
Okay. So true name for Mrs. Cat.
I feel like I sort of stole that scene. Sorry.
No, you're totally fine.
I loved it.
Um.
I love the metaphysical nature of people
Oh, I
arriving.
didn't even go there, and now I'm rewinding that scene, and whoa, yeah.
Like at the
Got
moment
real
of
deep.
greatest need, you end up at the at Sunny Broadcasting.
Okay.
Sunny Weather.
Sunny Weather Broadcast.
Let loose the cutting pixies.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do oh my gosh, there's words in my head and I don't know how to put them on the screen.
She felt very practical.
Yeah, practical.
And like she like witty. She had a bit of like a
Tongue in cheek.
Yeah, a bit of sarcasm to her.
Tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
And compassionate because she was nice. She was trying to talk through.
Yeah. Teresa through.
Yeah.
Help!
All right. There's that. True name. It's a little bit messy. That's okay. All right. So that's the last of this
Now
round.
we do an event?
So we do an event.
Oh,
So what happens,
okay.
Vico?
God, okay. Because this entire time I was thinking that the event should be that someone leaves the city. But now I don't know. I want to do something more like related to the storm.
Okay. Maybe the storm gets bad.
Maybe the storm creeps into the city?
Yeah, maybe that.
It's maybe like
Sorry, I just had an idea for my compass.
yeah, there's like a brief period of like the storm just gets really intense and maybe like bits of the city flood.
Oh, wow.
Parts of the cutting room
Oh,
are like
no.
washed away.
Oh no.
But it's like it's not like the first time it's happened, so they all just kind
Right.
of like once it starts to clear up again, they're just like, well, and like start throwing the like houses back up and shoring up the walls and mopping out the like the water and the last hello is like untouched.
Oh, thank God.
Just like a little bastion.
Good, yeah.
I love that. Okay.
And like everyone who lives in the cutting room, it's like, you know, you don't decide to come live out here if you're not prepared for some stormy weather.
Right.
Right.
And it is like everyone there has like chosen to be there. To be the people on the edge who are like the
Shore
first
up
and
things.
last.
Nice. Cool. So the person to the next person, so Moon, you got to do one of the three options.
Oh boy.
Voice of the city.
I think. Oh man. Okay. Oof. Oh. Think. Oh. I don't know.
Harness the ideas, focus them into one coherent idea.
Okay.
I'm going to state an opinion
Okay.
that due to the severity of this particular breaching into their city, it has unsettled a lot of the residents because it is much worse than it has ever been before.
Okay. Um. I'm gonna do a question. Ask a question because we haven't done that one yet. When did the storm start?
Like this particular storm or the like never-ending storm?
It's a rhetorical question, Vico. When did the storm start? It says it in the book. It says this question is always rhetorical.
It does.
It does.
Easy.
Don't like rhetorical questions. Every question must be answered.
Well, when did the storm start? Da-da-da-da. Move on.
All right. Take completing event. Okay. Vico, you're the last. You have the last voice of the city.
It is me. So we can
Yes, it
do
is.
a consequence, an opinion, a question. I kind of also want to do a question, and it's like, is what the cutting room offers in terms of like hope that people might be able to make their way here, like, is that worth the risk of having like a weak point where the storm can get in?
Very nice. Okay, let's take a quick rest stop. How are we feeling? Do we want to do one more round? I think we can get one more round in.
Really much do one more round.
Yes.
Because I have the
We're
most
really
horrible,
going-
awful, wonderful idea.
Okay, Grinch.
The mood here is like we get like this weird soft apocalypse, like kind of gentle apocalypse, and then we go straight down into like
So,
feel some feeling,
gonna ask-
and then back up to soft
How-
apocalypse and back down.
What's that,
How
Moon?
determined are you to stay at? How determined are you to keep it at soft apocalypse and not world-ending apocalypse?
We can.
I'm down for whatever.
Follow this ship wherever it's
Okay.
going.
Cool. I will do my horrible, awful, terrible, wonderful idea.
Okay. We ready for next round? So you're the compass,
I am.
Moon.
We're ready, steady.
I know. I am sorry for what I'm about to do to your feelings.
Okay.
Compass is going to be. Ooh, do I want to do this as a resident or a neighborhood? Huh. Okay, so is going to be a resident, a new
Okay.
resident to the cutting room. I don't even necessarily want to give him an actual name.
What was the compass,
is-
though?
This is the compass, so
Oh.
everything has to be
The
related to.
compass is the resident.
Or no,
Yeah.
is it?
Is it?
Oh, should it not be a resident?
No, it
You're
can
right, I
be.
think
No,
should be.
it can be.
Can be. Okay.
That means every
Um,
one of our things has to relate to that resident.
He uses he, him pronouns,
Okay.
as he just told me. Is a vague, shadowy figure that no
Ooh.
one has ever actually seen very clearly. And during the most recent worsening storm, back up, he has been stalking the cutting room, trying to find a way in for quite a while now. And he finally got in. And he is a bit of the real world that has breached the borders of the city. And trying to figure out how to do this for best story input. What is happening in the real world is that the studio has closed officially, and things are being gone through and gotten rid of and donated and given away and all of that. So the puppets are given to the child care center, and the designers go on to another company. And how this reflects in the city is through this sort of, I need to find a name for him, vague, shadowy figure coming and causing things to disappear.
How about Shade?
Yeah, I like that. Simple. I have to come up with a true name for him. I think. Ooh,
Ever since you said
true
that he was looking
name.
for a way into the city, my brain has been like giving this like like a scene in a cartoon where the villain is trying to do something villainous and everyone around him is just so helpful and nice about it. Like, oh, are you looking for the way in? The door's over there.
That's beautiful, and I love it. So his name is Shade. Doesn't have any sort of real form, just this shadowy figure. And okay, we're gonna go with this to sort of sum it all up. Sort of King Midas way, everything he touches disappears.
Ooh, okay.
Now my brain is having a moment of like him befriending one of the residents
Oh no! Don't do that to me,
and then
Miko!
accidentally making them disappear.
Oh.
My heart. Okay, I guess I can't yell at you. I'm the one who introduced this character to our city.
So the compass is going to be the
Yeah,
shade.
I
Is your wandering the city going to be making the resident of the shade?
know. Hmm. Hmm. I think I will. Yes, I
Yes?
think I'll
Okay.
do that.
All right. And connected to the cutting
He's
room,
in
I
the cutting
guess?
room floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I wanted to move. I wanted to move.
So what this implies is like the great unwinding, and the reason why they don't get any calls or visitors or anything is because like they're
Mm-hmm.
not on air anymore.
Yep. And
But
they had no idea.
their determination to continue being on air and continue bringing joy to children has sort of like
Reached out to Kevin and Teresa and Teresa's mom, and yeah,
and created like this little bubble of alternate reality.
good. I feel so bad for introducing a character who's trying to destroy it, but also not
It's
at
not
all.
his fault.
Good stories are emotional. It's not at all, which is going to be reflected in his true name.
Ooh, okay.
So, the scene I am interested in doing is actually takes place in the real world
Okay.
between Shade. Now I have to give him a human name. His name is Jones,
Ooh.
who is the creative director for, I keep forgetting what the name is, Sunny Weather Broadcast, is meeting with the president of whatever channel they're on. and is getting the news that everything is done, basically, that there's not enough interest. We have to close you down. So if one of you wants to be a big boss man,
Big shot boss
Um,
man. Who wants to be big shot boss man? Do
I
you want to
see
be?
it, I
Do you
guess.
want to be?
Yeah, sure.
What should I be?
and
Moon.
then I I don't know which one of you feels more comfortable doing it. The other one I would like to be sort of the environment, background noise to the scene.
Okay, I can do that.
I don't care which of you does which. Okay. So I think the scene opens just sort of in this big office, and Bob Jones,
Yeah,
I think I'll say, comes in with a feeling in his stomach. Not quite sure what's going to happen.
yeah. The room is grandiose and gosh, there's a word I'm looking for, but I can't think of it. Grandiose and just like fancy as all hell. This is like a big shot, big like fancy modern looking stark minimalism kind of deal going on, and like center of the room all the way back with a huge portrait of himself behind a desk is the big shot hot shot businessman, um, and there's a couple of windows with light shining through and kind of casting this gloomy ominous air about the environment.
I feel like I should have caveated Big Shot Boss Man doesn't have to actually be a man.
Yeah, it doesn't
You
have
do
to be
whatever you
man.
want with that vehicle.
Can be girl boss. We can be girl boss.
Big shot, boss, person.
Person.
My gender is boss.
Yes.
What's in your
I approve.
pants?
I like it.
Business.
Gender, business.
Business.
Awesome.
Well, Jones, I'm glad you could meet with me today.
Yeah, of course. What's going on?
You know, you've done good work. You do good work with the sunny weather broadcast. It's been running a long time. I know you've dedicated a lot of your life to it. I'm sorry to be the one to have to give you this news, Jones, but it just hasn't been
going?
turning a profit.
Yep.
Last couple of years, we've been losing money on it. I think it's about time we move on, make room for some new programming.
So I'm gonna step out of the scene to narrate his inner monologue. So apparently I just want to bring all of the devastating emotions to this RPG. What he's thinking is, or what he's remembering is his child who loved puppets and is the reason he got into puppetry.
I don't like that you use past tense.
Where did you think I was going with this?
I don't know.
This is also based off of a person in my actual life who I can't talk about because of confidentiality reasons.
Yeah.
So I'm creating a fictional version of her. Damn, now this is really going to get me emotional. And how delighted she was when she watched the first episode of the Sunny Weather broadcasting. And then sort of in his mind flashes forward to her getting diagnosed with leukemia.
Oh.
And her becoming really sick, and how much he invested shows in order to bring her some semblance of happiness near the end. Whew. And externally, looks at his boss and says, "Yeah, sort of thought that might be coming. How long do I have to get everything packed up?"
Fuck, what's a reasonable amount of time for that?
3
days.
days.
I have no concept of time. A couple of weeks. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think we actually have to come up with a. I think that's enough of a scene to give me a good
Yeah.
Hmm.
grasp on his true name.
Fuck Big Boss,
oh,
man.
Was not expecting to think about that person tonight.
Oh.
Um.
Aw.
Whew. Anyway, okay. So I think grieving, lost soul. You two can. Oh, we do this collaboratively.
Right.
I want to go with lost soul.
Lost Soul. What
Um,
else?
I have something very poetic in my head, and it's very not.
You can do it. You can say it. There's
Um,
doesn't have to be one word or 2 words.
last echoes of her favorite song.
Oh, say that one more time so I can write it down.
Last echoes of her favorite song.
Oh my god, that kills
I
me.
think I was good at so much. I'm very good at stuff. All right.
Maybe that's why smooth
Yeah.
jazz plays in the Felton Mirrors.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no,
She
she
loves
likes
jazz.
smooth
Oh, no.
jazz.
Why do you do this to me?
Sarah, the
Can't even
living
be upset at
girl,
you
one
'cause-
day asks Kevin, like, how come the same couple of songs are always playing? And Kevin's like, I don't really know. That's just what's always plays. And it's like,
This got so much more distressing than I mean, no, it didn't. I expected it to get this distressing in the best way possible, but
Oh my gosh.
we took this
all right.
places.
Boy, we did. Okay, I have to
You
follow
rode
that.
this train.
All
Yeah, you do.
right.
Wander the city, Avery. This delightful city that we created.
Yeah, this is a delightful city. All right.
With an expiration date.
What?
No,
Okay.
they will survive. I'm confident that we will figure out a way to have them survive.
Okay.
Somehow.
All right.
Oh no, I just had another really awful, heartbreaking thought.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's not my turn.
Oh my gosh. I want to do a scene, or not a scene, but I want to do a landmark in um I want to do a landmark in Main Street Canyon, and I will draw it hither and
Yeah, there's
yon.
this whole city we haven't even explored yet.
That's the thing about
Yeah,
this
we really
game.
haven't.
This is the thing about this game is like there's like so much to
Anything
do.
with the rafters.
Oh, the community rafters. So technically, we did because we did it in the landmark in the rafters.
All right, that's true.
All right. So this is going to be a landmark. So big ol' L. Has to be related to the shade. All right, the old offices. This is where, in reality, this is where the like executive stuff happened. Where the writers' rooms were, and where Jones was his last name, right? Yeah. Okay. Um, sorry, you're cutting out. What's that?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Awesome.
don't know why I'm cutting out.
Oh no, that was just you sound fine now. That was weird. All right.
Okay.
going to be it's where the Jones's office is, or was, in the sunny weather broadcast, back in the fiction. Um, it's an old rundown kind of. Hmm, so it's the part of town that you don't really want to go to because it's so dilapidated and abandoned and just overall it's the part of the city that you don't look at. It's the part of the city that you turned a blind eye to, and it's in the deep dark, like the back recesses of the city, of the Main Street Canyon. And I think its true name going to be um Forgotten. Hmm. I'm also going to put Lost Soul for this one as well, because I think there's a piece of the shade still left here, and I think that's why people don't go there. And a third one will be Hidden Corners.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay. Great. That's my go. Vigo.
It's me. What am I? Let's see. I want to do a landmark, I guess. It's so landmark, and it's the on-air sign.
Ooh.
It's attached to the broadcast tree.
Love that.
And it's never on anymore.
Oh.
So some people call it the off-air sign because it's not on.
Hmm.
So I think the true name is Waiting. Or not waiting, but anticipation.
That's the word I was about to say, yeah. Anticipating.
Anticipation.
Cation. Very good.
Anticipation. Purposeless, listless, something like
Listless.
that.
Listless sounds good.
Listless.
I like that.
Looking for a word for like it's not in it, like it's controlled by some outside force.
Maybe you can just write. Ooh. Oh man, there has to be a word for that.
Um, hmm. Come on, all these years of reading the dictionary, don't fail me now.
How about unseen hand?
Um, oh,
That works.
yeah, that is so much better than the trajectory I was going in.
Unseen hand. All right.
So now I do the event, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I promise this is going to end on a positive note. Promise. Because the event is Shade meeting Sarah.
Oh no.
No, it's going to end happy, I promise.
It better.
Because
Sarah the living girl.
When Sarah hugs Shade, Shade turns into himself.
Oh.
Because Sarah is his daughter.
Oh no. No. Oh my god.
Who hold hands and hum a soft jazz tune together.
Oh.
I
Okay.
promise it will end on a happy note. I promise.
All
She
right.
beats the leukemia.
Yeah, she beats the leukemia. All right.
Sarah the living girl.
Sarah the living girl, the normal girl. Oh man. Okay. I want to state an opinion.
Okay.
Everyone in the town is sad to see her go because she became a fixture of the town, of the city. But they're happy she found what she was looking for.
Oh, so you're going with Sarah leaving the town. So that's
If
not where I was going.
Oh, you're thinking
But
she'd
no,
stay?
run with it.
Okay.
I was thinking he would stay in the town.
Oh,
He becomes
okay.
himself.
He
He
becomes himself
loses
and
his shadiness and becomes concrete. Sorry, that was not very clear.
no,
Becomes
no.
concrete in this fictional
Oh, okay.
setting.
Okay. Okay.
He
Okay.
leaves
Okay.
he leaves the so he leaves reality and enters the alternate universe of sunny sunny weather.
And
Mhm.
so the things he touches no longer disappear because he's no longer this shady outside creature.
He's no longer taking them. He's
There we go.
giving into the fiction.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know if that's necessarily happy.
Coming into the real world of patience. Stay in the fictional world. That's where
uh,
the happy ending.
okay, I'll change my opinion. I'll change my opinion. They're all like, then they're all so happy that she found what she was looking for, and that he managed to that the town has a new resident now, a new happy resident. Yeah, that's about it. Vico.
I'm gonna ask a question, and it's: will the residents who disappeared ever come back?
Ooh, okay.
Oh. I am going to state an opinion. And that opinion is that they move on from this location to a new location. I guess maybe this isn't an opinion as much as a statement, but
A consequence?
consequence. Yeah. Consequence is that they have to leave this city, but they will go together to found a new city that is farther from the storm.
Aw.
They channel hop.
They channel hop.
Yeah,
Sunny Weather
Frickin'
Broadcasting
I love
gets
it. No.
revived.
yeah.
that's the real world consequence that's happy. Yes,
There it
they
is.
channel hop.
They channel hop.
It takes a couple years.
It gets renewed on a
but,
streaming
like,
service.
Yes. Perfect.
all of the kids who used to watch it like grow up and they have all of this nostalgia about it. So and there's like demand
So
for it
they
to be
can pick
renewed.
up and- like
I
Animaniacs.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Animaniacs.
I'm obsessed with Animaniacs, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
So
Okay.
there, it ended on a happy note in the real world and the fictional world.
Hell
Yeah.
yes. Awesome. Oh my
And
god.
Sarah the Living Girl
Oh,
recovers from
dang.
leukemia.
Hell yes. Flip that script. Hell
Wow.
yes.
And now she
Sure,
works
yes,
on the show with her
yes.
dad.
Oh,
Yes.
She does the
All of the happy
sound
feels.
design.
wow. Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Yes.
So this was probably the greatest game I've ever played of this.
I think we've done
Oh,
we
wow.
went on an emotional journey, the likes of which I have not experienced
No.
before.
That was a good one.
That was so
Oh,
good.
wow.
Thank you, Moon,
That was
for
so good, y'all.
thank you, Moon, for coming and being my amazing
Yeah.
partner, first of all.
Oh, now you can make me feel emotional for other reasons.
Thank you for like I'm so glad you joined us.
So am I. That was
In part because you added something like so much great shit to this. But also I just like hanging out with you, so
Aw, thanks.
Right? I also like hanging out with you sometimes, I guess.
I mean, it's not
Yeah.
like we text each other at 2 a.m. every day.
Thank you to Caro Sercion for making this game and for coming out with this new content. Yeah.
thank you to I know that the
Sunny Weather Broadcast.
Sunny Weather Broadcast was
I have the name here if you
an
want me to read it.
invention of Ben Auden Roswell.
Yes.
think.
Oh,
Yes, I believe that's how it
Each
is.
of the
Good call.
Easy Street cities are an invention, like an invention of various individual, very cool, very creative folk.
Hell yes. Yeah.
Evokes a lot of contemplation and apparently a lot of emotion if you get me involved.
which we love here. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for watching. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you again tomorrow for some No Man's Sky with me and Vico, and then on Monday
yeah.
with more Vico, and no Stars I Shall Find this upcoming Tuesday, which is good because I got scheduled to work really late and it's really weird. I know, right? Wednesday, I want to play Overwatch on Wednesday. I have decided I want to play Overwatch on Wednesday.
I will overwatch with you anytime.
Oh yeah, of course. Duh. But I think I'll stream Overwatch on Wednesday. And then back here again next Saturday, where I'm really into thinking I think all three of us should play Three Kids in a Trench Coat, made by
Yes, can we please play Three Kids in a Trench Coat?
I
Yes.
would love to play Three Kids in a Trench Coat.
Yes. Okay.
It
So
is written by a dear friend of mine, Annie. And it is literally you are playing 3 kids in a trench coat trying to escape detention.
it's
I
so good.
love that. I love the concept.
It's so good.
It's gonna be so good, and we can't wait to see you there next time. So yeah, thank you for
Sounds
joining
good.
us, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.